welcome back. Well, with us right now is the board president of United, Juanita Skillman. And Juanita, you're here today because, as we know, that tomorrow, Thursday, July 20th at 5 p.m. at the Performing Arts Center, right? There is a town hall meeting. So why don't you tell us the purpose of that meeting?
Right. Well, as we've been saying for a while, we have redone our bylaws, and they went out June 30th. They have to be back by July 30th. And there's been some questioning of some of the things in the bylaws, and therefore we felt that a town hall meeting to answer questions, explain to everybody why this was taken out, why this was modified, why this was done differently is very important. I want to emphasize that our goal all along, and we've been working on this for a year, was to simplify as much as possible, and more importantly, to make sure that our bylaws were in sync with current law. The DavisStirling Act was, our bylaws are 25 years old, and the DavisStirling Act was reorganized in 2014. And what we have found is that some of the things that were in the original bylaws are not true anymore, and in fact could be detrimental to United. The big one being there was a sentence in there that said anybody from any age could be a member. And that's not true. We are an age-protected community. And a lot of the civil rights stuff said you can't discriminate by age or whatever, but an age-protected community can. And if we let underage people, if we let people who are not 55 plus be members, we could lose that age-protected status. And that has a lot of implications, from tax implications to all kinds of different things that we get as a senior community. So we want very much to let people know why we've done this, how it affects them, and what we're going to do. And most importantly, I want to say, it does not mean that we are taking over your manor. It does not mean that you can't sell your leasehold should you decide to leave the community. All it means is that if you have heirs, if you leave it in your will or whatever, whoever inherits it has to be 55 plus in order to get membership in the community. Membership and occupancy in United are tied very closely together. And so if they're not old enough to occupy, then they're not old enough to be a full member.
And this was something you were emphasizing not only in the United meeting of last week when you came on last Friday, because people are often, I don't want to say the word confused, but sometimes those two things were conflicting at one point. Occupying and membership, and you brought up that situation of maybe an heir inherits, and the heir could be 35, 40, and whatever it may be.
We have no problem with it passing down, but it's the leasehold, it's the share of stock that is inherited, not the membership. They still have to qualify to be a member within 90 days after they inherit whatever. And so if they can't qualify for membership, then quite frankly, they have to sell their leasehold.
Okay. And I know you were explaining when you were here on Friday that if that situation occurs and maybe they can't get things in order in 90 days, or maybe they live out of the country, who knows? United will certainly look at it a case by case and work with them.
Absolutely, we try to work with everybody. And there are a couple of exceptions. One of them is if one spouse is age qualified, over 55, and the other spouse is not. And they are allowed, if they're over 45, to live in the community. But if the age-qualified spouse passes away, the other spouse is allowed to continue to live in the community.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Because they had their membership jointly when they got it.
Interesting. Okay.
But like I said, it's a case-by-case, as you said, a case-by-case basis. And there are certain exceptions, but as a general rule, if you inherit a leasehold in our co-op, and you are not age qualified, you do not qualify for membership and therefore occupancy.
Okay, now we know the ballots are out.
The ballots are out.
And they are due back when?
July 30th.
Okay.
And I plead, even if you don't feel you can vote yes, which of course we hope you do, please just get your ballot back. It is so important that we get a minimum number, a fifth of our membership back in order to have a quorum so that we can even count the votes.
Yeah.
So please
That's a good point.
send those ballots back.
And of course, the town hall is tomorrow, is for people to come there.
Right.
And with their questions.
Bring your
right?
questions. Yes, we will have an open forum. There will be 2 mics, and we're going to give an opening. Our attorney's going to be there to answer the legal questions. And we just would try to, we always talk about transparency.
Right.
And that's important, but we just want to make sure that all of our members are unconflicted, that know what they're voting for, and if they have any questions, and there's certainly a lot of rumors and things going around, we'd like to set them straight.
All right. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
All right.
And remember, that is tomorrow, the special United Town Hall. It's going to be held at the Performing Arts Center. We will be televising it. So just so you know, tomorrow our schedule will be a little bit different. We'll be replaying our morning show, replaying it at noon and then after the meeting, but I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But if you're a United member, you have questions about this, that's what these town halls are for. They welcome your questions, right?
We certainly do.
All right.
We certainly do.
Good to see you. Take care. We'll be right back.